Summer, we're all so excited for it to get here. It just feels like freedom and warmth and blue sky. But if you're a work from home mom, then it also comes with a certain amount of trepidation, overwhelm, just an overall sense of how the heck am I going to get everything done? And so that is why I want to talk about why it's so important that you do a summer brain dump. Whether summer has already started and you're already in the throes of it, or you are about to have your kids head home from school for the summer, I have some ideas and tips and tricks about using a summer brain dump to help you just get your stuff together and create a plan that's actually workable and usable for the summer months. And if you don't know who I am Mackenzie Kappa. I help you live well anyway, even in the midst of all of life's chaos, especially if you're a work from home mom. So let's dive into what a summer brain dump is and how it can help you. Okay, so brain dumps. I love a good brain dump. I mean, I am kind of a planning nerd, I will admit that. But a brain dump is so good for you. I mean, literally, in a physical sense. I think that we forget that our brains actually burn calories. It takes actual physical effort for our brains to hold on to everything that we are constantly trying to remember, especially if we aren't writing those things down or putting them in some other place for safekeeping. We have so many things competing for our attention. So when we can sit down and actually have a really focused session of getting all that's up here out on paper or in a digital format, then we don't have to spend all that extra energy holding on to it ourselves. We've put it someplace that is going to keep it for us so that we don't have to keep doing the work and the effort in our brains to remember when that appointment is and that thing that you need to do and all of the rest. Okay. So that's why we need to do a brain dump. So we're gonna focus on a summer brain dump because you could do a brain dump of all the things from here to forevermore, but that could make life even more overwhelming. So we're just gonna focus on these next 3 months. And I want you to work through in categories. So first you're gonna think about all the home logistics that you need to take care of throughout the summer, whether those things are projects, which I think of as one and done kinds of things that you need to get done. Once it's over, it's over. You don't have to think about it on a continual basis. And then there are the mainstays. There are those things that you have to think about on a daily or a weekly or a monthly basis that keep coming up over and over and over again. The kinds of chores that you have around the house, feeding all the people all the time, all of that kind of stuff is going to fall into its own list under mainstays. So once you get all of those things figured out about your home life, I want you to think about your work from home life. So figure out, again, those things that are projects and the things that are mainstays. And then I would take it one step further and think about which things you can batch. What can you sit down and knock a whole bunch out of before summer even gets here? Or maybe if summer's just started, you can set aside a couple of days where your kids know you are just going to be in batch processing mode and you're going to get a ton done. That is going to help you to be so much more free this summer and be able to get a lot done at once. So what would be some of those things that you could batch? You can batch emails. If you're a content creator, it could be doing videos, recording podcasts, editing at the same time. When I'm doing my voiceover work, I like to record a whole bunch and then edit a whole bunch and then get back into the studio and one big, huge list that I'm getting done at one time. Instead of doing one chapter of a book, coming out, editing, doing all the little tweaks, going back in, doing all the edits on that in the studio. That is not as time efficient as if I were to record 5 chapters, edit those, and then get back into the studio to do any of the tweaks that I need to do. So you have to figure out what it is for your particular profession that you are working at from home, but anything that you can batch and get done at once is going to save you so much time in the long run and allow you to open up a lot more time in your schedule to be spending time with your kids and enjoying summer. Some other really good things that you can put down in a brain dump are the kinds of meals that your family likes to eat over the summer. So you have them all in one spot. Any of the activities that your kids are going to be doing over the summer that are camps or anything there where they're going to a class or something like that, and there's any information that you need about that class, put it in the same spot. So whether you're using a digital format or a paper format, which I think can become a little bit exhausting, more on that in a second, you want to put everything in one spot so you're not going to 1,000 different places to try to find this information that you've put down. And guess what? I happen to have a tool for this. If you want to make life a little bit easier, it's absolutely free. You can go to mackenziekappa.com/summerbraindump and I have a Trello template that you can use to get all of this stuff and more down in one spot. See, she's pretty. So you can of course change the background and customize all of this, but I have lists for all of the things. I even have, your summer bucket list, the things that you and your kids really want to do this summer. I would go ahead and ask your kids, like, if you only could do one thing for certain this summer, which thing would it be? So you know how to prioritize those things and hopefully be able to fit as many as possible, but definitely the most important ones into your schedule this summer. So I've got all of these different lists that you can use to get your brain down into a digital format. You can add in all the kids' camp information. You can take it right from your email, put it here so you're not looking everywhere for it. It's all in one spot. I even have a bonus at the end where it's lists that you can use for on-the-go bags for yourself and for your kids. This is a huge savior for me. I know that my kids are old enough to really be carrying around a lot of their own stuff. I don't need to be schlepping it around all summer. And so it's really helpful to have this list of all the things that will go in those bags that they need to make sure are in there before we head out of the house to go to the lake or the beach or the park or a friend's house or whatever it is. So there's all kinds of stuff. We even have a whole list about routines. There's so much packed into this Trello board. I really should have charged money, but I'm not. So you can go to MackenzieKaffa.com/summerbraindump. And then once you have all of this information figured out, sit down for an hour, maybe two, go to a coffee shop and really invest time in doing this. I teach you in this board even how to prioritize the different items within each list, how to color code them so you can see really easily what is most important. I even have you go through and put timestamps on each of these things so you have a general idea of how much time each of the tasks that are on your summer list are going to take. Then you've got that raw information to be able to plug into your schedule throughout the summer. As you are dealing with real time, you can see which projects need to get done first, how to fit those into your life, because you've got all of the raw information in one handy spot. So again, you can go to MackenzieKaffa.com/summer Trello board to get this puppy for free. I hope you'll find it really helpful. Get a hold of me if you have any questions. Pop your questions in the comments below. I would love to talk with you more about how to get your brain all down in one spot so you're not competing with trying to remember everything while also trying to live out a really fun and productive summer. All right, to all you work from home moms out there, good luck. I know the struggle is real, but we can do it. There is more coming soon in this series. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of videos all about how we can get through summer well and actually enjoy it with our kids. So stay tuned. Until next time, go be bold and gracious.